everyone. Today I'm going to give you my full review on Hawas London by Rasasi and why I really like this. However, some of you might find this disappointing, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Scented Paradise, and I must say, this one here, there's a lot of mixed reviews and a lot of people don't like it, and I can understand why, because this one steps away from that mass appeal. This one really smells like a high-end, expensive niche perfume like Ex Nihilo Brompton Immortals, and this is not for everybody. This one is really for Cologne enthusiasts who enjoy a Middle Eastern Oriental rose fragrance. However, here it's slightly funky and it does settle down and gets a little bit better within a few minutes. And I don't see too many people liking this one because this one feels more mature. It opens with pink pepper, pear, saffron. Then you got in the heart, you got frankincense, white florals, and you got a Turkish rose. And in the dry down, you got some vanilla, musk, and blonde woods, and amber, I believe. Now I feel like what's giving you this funkiness here is the musk that is being used, the blonde woods, and maybe with that rose, and it's kind of creating this little funk here. It does get smoky. What I find interesting here is the rose. It's quite heavy, kind of jammy as well. It has decent performance. Now, typically, I go for this kind of stuff. This is what I really enjoy. What I really get into is an Oriental rose fragrance. So I know I'm going to enjoy this one. However, what a lot of people are going to find disappointing with this, it steps away from that signature bubblegum sweetness that Rasasi is also known for, like Rasasi Hawas Ice, where it's got that plum, that aquatic, that sweetness. Or like something like Rasasi Verde, where it's, excuse me, citrus, minty, refreshing, or something like Malibu. This one actually steps away from all of that, and it's a classy scent. But I find this, it's going to be more appealing for your fragrance connoisseurs who enjoy a Middle Eastern Oriental smoky fragrance. It's good. Now, if I was to rate this, I would probably put it at a 7.6 out of 10. And I guess I can use my father for an example. He likes this, and I actually had it over at his place, and I sprayed it while he was cleaning, and he's like, man, what is that? That smells good. Now, my father, he goes for stuff like this. He isn't into that, mass appealing teenage type fragrances. He goes for that grown-up stuff. And I enjoy this one, unfortunately, and I know a lot of people are not going to like this. Unfortunately, I'll admit it. I'm kind of happy they stepped away from the mass appealing fragrances they're known for and actually did a classy Oriental Middle Eastern fragrance. So it is pretty good. You really do pick up that jammy rose here, and it's kind of heavy. You do pick up that olibanum, saffron, and pear and pink pepper. You get the blonde woods, and I feel like that musk that they're using is what's giving that funkiness, along with that frankincense and that Turkish rose. But once it starts to settle down and you get to that dry down, it actually really does get quite nice. The opening here, it does have a slight funkiness to it, and not a lot of people are going to go for that. So, you know, I've seen some reviews out there. A lot do find this to be disappointing, while others find this appreciating. And like I said, this is strictly for those cologne enthusiasts who really enjoy a Middle Eastern, Oriental, smoky rose with slight funk. And that's the best way I can describe this fragrance. Now, as far as the sillage and scent trail, it has a distinct scent trail. I would say within an arm's length. It is kind of room filling for maybe within the first 1 to 2 hours, and then it just disappears. And I think this one definitely dries and kind of sits closer on the skin. And I'd say, as far as longevity goes, I think I got roughly close to 7.5, 8 hours before it fell off into a skin scent. But you know me, I like this one. So with that being said, how many of you guys like Rasasi Hawas London? And I'm certain not many people like this one. So drop a comment, let me know. I like to hear your feedback and thoughts on why you don't like Rasasi Hawas London. Now, for some of you fragrance connoisseurs out there who like Oriental rose fragrances, drop a comment and let me know what you like about this one. Until next time, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be sure and stay safe, God bless, and smell your best out there.